I got a haircut finally. No more mullet. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa. Today I'm doing the Unpopular Opinions book tag because I was trying to think of a video to do today. I haven't done this and I thought, hey, why not? Let's do it. It'll be fun. So, yay. So I hope you guys are ready for a little controversy, a little uncomfortable feelings, because that's what we're here for. That's what we do. This is what the tag's about. Disclaimer, if I mention your favorite book, I apologize, but here we are. So let's get started. Okay, question number 1 is a popular series or book you didn't like. And for that, I'm gonna go with The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. There's just so much about this series that I hate. I hate Jude, I hate Carden, I hate the plot, I hate the side characters, just everything about it is just absolute garbage. The first book was okay, I will say that, but the rest of the series just went down the toilet, and I've talked about this before, so I won't go into too much detail because I could rant and rave about this all day. Question number 2 is a popular series or book you love but everyone else seems to hate. And honestly, I'm sitting here looking at my shelves and I can't think of one because I tend to just read kind of a little bit of what everyone else is reading. I'm also very picky with what I read, so if I see that it doesn't have great ratings on Goodreads, I kind of just skip it. But I really don't have any. I guess maybe the closest thing. No, I can't think of one actually. That was weird. Question number 3 is a love triangle where the main character did not end up with the one you wanted them to end up with. And it's more like a love square, honestly, now that I think about it. And that is Throne of Glass, Selena and Rowan. I wish their relationship had been strictly platonic. I loved the idea of that like friendship that they had in the beginning and that mutual bond over just their past and what they've been through, and I liked that. And then they started getting googly eyes at each other and then making out on beaches. I really wanted her to end up with either Kale or Dorian. Kale is Tower of Dawn, it made me like him a lot more, but I really wanted her to be with Dorian. I'm not gonna lie, I love Dorian. He's my favorite male character in this whole series. So I think A Court of Thorns and Roses came shortly after the third Throne of Glass. I'm not entirely sure, don't quote me on that. I think she just really liked to write those brooding, buff males, and she just decided, oh, well, let's make Rowan like that and make them have a thing. It felt very last minute decision. Like book 2 came up and she's like, no, I like this character that I've had in my head. They're gonna be together. It just felt very rushed, very weird, and I wish it had just been solely friendship-based relationship. I think a lot of people feel the same way. I may not be alone in this. Okay, question number 4 is book genre you typically don't pick up, and that would definitely have to go to sci-fi and horror or thriller. Just scary in general is not my jam. I have read sci-fi, and the ones I have read I enjoy, but it just feels so heavy. I don't know. It's not wrapped up in as much mysticism as fantasy, and I love swords and fairies and all that stuff. Love that kind of stuff, but sci-fi almost feels too close to reality, which is weird. I just have a really hard time picking it up. It's usually over my head, and yeah. And I don't pick up scary books because I'm a big chicken. Okay, question number 5 is a popular or beloved character everyone likes except me. And that is the Darkling from Shadow and Bone. Dude's messed up. Dude's got issues. Dude should not be shipped with main character. I have a really hard time with the bad boy trope. You either love it or you hate it. Depends on the book and if you do it really well. Like for instance, Six of Crows, done really well. This one, no. I don't like any of the characters, honestly, in this series. They all were so flat and so dull. And my friend and I were talking about this the other day. I can't remember a single thing that happened in this series. Not that memorable. And I definitely have to say that the Darkling is a character that everyone seems to love, but I'm just kind of like, why? He has murdered a bunch of people and then tried to kill our main character multiple times. And yet, here we are, shipping him. Let's let that ship sink, please. Question number 6 is a popular author you can't seem to get into. And honestly, I don't know of one in particular. I'd say Holly Black because I didn't like her books, but I've only read The Cruel Prince, so I don't know if the others are better, but I've heard really mixed things. I don't think I have a problem, actually. I think I like most authors I'm pretty open to. There hasn't been one that's been blaringly terrible, is what I'm gonna say. So, yes, Holly Black. Question number 7 is a popular book trope that you hate. Hi, my name's Alyssa, and I hate the bad boy trope. Again, it really depends on the author and the book and how well it's done. Like, for instance, Sarah J. Maas has done that with Court of Thorns and Roses. We've had Leigh Bardugo do that with Six of Crows. I feel like a flight attendant. But I really don't. I think that there's been a few instances like Cruel Prince where it's bullying. It's straight up bullying and being mean, and there's no redeemable qualities to this person, and he does nothing to redeem himself. So I'm kind of like, I hate this trope, but I love it. It's like a weird, I think if it's done well, not with a bullying aspect is what I'm saying, I like it. Also a little tired of love triangles. Little tired of that. Again, if it's a good one, I like it. But I typically am like, oh boy, here we go. Like, I don't like either of them. But I think that I'm pretty open to most tropes, but there's just sometimes you just roll your eyes and you're like, why did you decide to do this? Okay, question number 8 is a popular series you have no interest in reading. And I have several, I guess. I have no interest in The Hunger Games. No interest in Divergent. I know they're not really popular anymore, but they're definitely up there in the classics of young adult aid. What? They're up there. But I don't know. I like to give things a fair shot, and I definitely would have to say those old school ones is about it. Like, I try to give everything its fair go, unless it doesn't sound interesting. So I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head what it could be. I guess Game of Thrones would also be one. I have it, but I just don't know if I want to read it. I hated the ending of the show. I think everyone did. And there's no next book in sight. Number 9 is, they always say that the book is better than the movie. Which book to movie adaptation is better than the book? Oh, that's really hard. I'd say The Lord of the Rings. To be fair, I haven't completely read The Lord of the Rings. I've tried, and I can't do it. I guess that's another popular series I can't get into. But I love the movies. They're my all-time favorites. I love the movies. Everything about them is fantastic. It's so good. But the books are a little slow as snails, and the writing is a little dense. I have read The Hobbit, though. Alright, so those were all 9 questions of the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I feel like my unpopular opinions are not as bad as some people's that I've seen, and maybe not as controversial. It really mostly had to do around one series. But I try to be a pretty open book, if you will, when it comes to books, and I'm not terribly picky. I'm really easy to please, and I just like the entertainment, and I like just the act of reading, if you will. So thank you all so very much for watching. Make sure you give this a thumbs up and let me know down below an unpopular opinion of yours. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm pretty consistent. I try to be. And I will see you very, very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.